Hello everyone, Phoenix61 here with your daily dose of World of Warships Legends videos. I am, we're gonna do two games today. I've got two pretty decent and entertaining games with the this Tier 5 British cruiser, the Leander. So this is one of my, I really do enjoy this sort of tech tree of ships. It's one of the first ones that I grinded when I first got the game. I liked the like sort of the tech, the consumables, right? I liked the heals and the sonar and the smoke, right? So we'll take our shots here. We're gonna drop the smoke, and yes, you can see it does last a good chunk of time. We've got a couple of destroyers out in front of us on our team that are doing some spotting for us. So we were able to drop this smoke screen pretty early on in the game after just kind of moved up a little bit here and then dropped the smoke, and then we're letting the destroyers do the spotting for us, right? So we'll help out with this enemy destroyer, this Geed here, and try and give our teammate the upper hand, so to speak. And he's going to get him with torpedoes anyway, so probably didn't need our help, but that gets a destroyer, an enemy destroyer, off the board early, and we all know how how good that can be, right, so to speak, right? So got him off the board, and then we're going to move around and go help out with the B cap here and see what shows up. I'm going to guess that enemy cruiser that got spotted in B is probably headed in this direction, so we'll see if we can't. I think it was an Exeter. We'll see if we can challenge him. And there he is. It looks like he's heading back in towards the middle of the map, but that's fine. We might be able to get a couple cheeky shots on him as we come around the corner here. He is going to use his smoke screen. So we'll see if we can... Oh, nope, we're not going to be able to get one more salvo. We can try the blind shot here. We'll see how that goes. But either way, we'll move up towards him. We know that he's got torpedoes as well, so I'm going to give it just a few more seconds, and then we'll trip the sonar here. Right, so just kind of planning, right? Like, so we know he's going to probably send torpedoes in this direction. He spotted us plus this other cruiser. Right, but there's some travel time there, so I'm going to give it just a minute, and then we'll trigger it here. He's going to show up there. We know they're probably, I think, Exeter 8 or 10 kilometers, right? So, yeah, as we come around, we're going to dodge here, and then we trip the sonar, and sure enough, there it is. That may have been the Trento spotting those, but if not, we may have just saved his life by giving him a little bit earlier warning there as well. And then, yeah, it looked like he was going to slow down behind this island, so I didn't send our torpedoes just yet. But we'll go and be aggressive on this side. He's kind of alone here, right? We've got two destroyers. Like, we've got a whole chunk of my team pushing up on him. And he's got some pretty epic range sonar if that's coming from him, so... We'll continue to just kind of hyper-focus on him, trying to see what he's going to do. It's always nice just having torpedoes, just to, like, use them to kind of gauge which direction somebody's heading. Even if you can't, even if it's not worth firing at them or they're out of range or whatever, but, yeah. So his sonar ran out, so he doesn't have us spotted anymore. We may be picking him up with ours. It's either us or that destroyer. Cruiser around the corner, who knows. But either way, he's kind of, might not be aware that we're pushing up so hard. We do have to watch our angling, right? You can get citadel pretty easily here, so I'm going to try and turn back to the left, back into him, so that he doesn't have so that we're not angled poorly against him as he's able to get guns on us. And then he's going to turn about as well. I think he was probably going to try and get his port side torpedoes on us, but he just didn't survive very long. Like I said, we had him severely outnumbered on this side, so he didn't stand too much of a chance there once we got moved up. So we'll cap the zone, and then we'll start kind of moving in to decide what our next target's going to be. This Kaiser is going to move. He's moving through the zone here. We won't be able to hit him for a little bit more here. He stays spotted. Got our other cruiser is pushing into B here as well, so hopefully this cap goes a little bit faster now. And yeah, we might actually be able to hit him. So we'll take these freebie shots while we're not spotted. So he's kind of just on the other side of that like island or land, right? So we can kind of get some Easy hits there. Whether we do any damage or not, right? Yeah, AP shells only on this ship, right? So you kind of, yeah, if you're shooting at battleships at, you know, far range, you kind of want the shells to land down on top of them. You're typically not going to do too much damage to the side walls or the hull. Get a lot of ricochets. Alright, so we'll push up and support the B cap zone since most of my team kind of abandoned that, or the C cap zone, sorry, that's still red here. Got a Ramat, so that's going to be the Pan-Asian cruisers that a lot of people are playing right now. So we know he's got fairly long-range deep water torpedoes, so we'll have to watch out for that. Good thing we'll have sonar soon, hopefully. Then we're just going to piggyback off of this Italian cruiser's got this rolling smoke in front of us, right? So we'll use his smoke while it's here and take advantage of that. And then if we need it, we can drop our own smoke once his runs out, right? His only lasts like 30 seconds or so. So it's however long he's deploying for. And then, yeah, so I'm going to stop here just to try and take advantage of the smoke and be able to still get some hits on this New Mexico. And then we see the Fubuki here. We know Fubuki's got 10-kilometer torpedoes and lots of them. So we're going to trigger our sonar the moment it becomes available here. We'll give it, yeah, just a second there. Because there's no way he didn't send torpedoes in this direction, right? So this gives us the early warning when they do show up here. Trying to decide which way he's going to go. Yep, there's the Fubuki torpedoes. So plenty of time to avoid those. I'm going to send my torps through the zone there. We know we've got either that Fubuki, he might back up. There's a battleship in that zone, plus the Ramat, right? So there's plenty of, you know, it's worth just taking the shot. Range on these torpedoes is great, so we'll use it. And then I'm going to put my reticle on the right side of my ship here to try and get those rear turrets turned around to the starboard side of the ship here, so that way when somebody does show up, we can get more guns on target here. And yeah, those torpedoes look decent, right? He's just moving a little too fast for us. We'll get as many shots on him as we can. Ramats, that's giving us a nice broadside there, so we'll take advantage of that and shoot him. AP's going to work great on that ship, especially when he's angled, you know, properly towards us, right? Or improperly, however you want to look at it, right? So get good chunks on him. Not quite enough to finish him off, and then we're not quite able to do enough damage there, or get those bullets around the corner. Couldn't quite curve him enough. But he's going to push up, so we'll take advantage. Should be able to end him here. And we do. We still have the torpedoes going too. 2 ships left for us now. New Mexico is quite healthy here. This is where you're going to struggle, right? You know, these heavily armored American battleships, right? Like, you're going to struggle to do large amounts of damage in short amount of time, right? So with these AP shells, so a lot of times if you get in that situation, like if we were one-on-one, right, you'd really be forced to kind of, you know, use the tools at your discretion, right? Like use the smoke screen, use island cover, and get yourself in range of torpedoes, because that's how you're going to be able to bring them down. But we'll take advantage, right? We're gonna use the island cover here, and we've got smoke screen if we need it, right? If he doesn't take us out in one salvo, right? And then we can be a little bit aggressive. We've got, you know, our allied battleship. One of them is way far away, all the way out in A. So even if we die, we could probably still win this game on points, just because it would take their team quite a bit of time to go and take over zones A and B, right? So I didn't mind being a little bit silly and a little bit aggressive here at the end of this match. We'll see if this, we've got the Fubuki and we've got the New Mexico. Okay, we're going to be broadside to the New Mexico as we come and challenge this Fubuki, but he's probably going to try and torpedo us. We know that, right? So we'll shoot him while we can. If he's too close, he's not going to be able to do any torp damage to us. We do get, we managed to do enough damage to him there that I think, we probably didn't die from getting rammed like that, right? And then we were able to get the Die Hard medal there, so that worked out great for us. And then we'll drop the smoke screen here and just not fire our guns, right? By not firing our guns, we'll go undetected in the smoke. If we were to fire our guns, right, we're too close to the New Mexico, and we'll get spotted if we fire our guns, right? So we're going to get these torpedo hits on him, and then I'm going to get the torps sent from the other side of the ship, right? We've still got torps loaded on the port side here, and this is going to be, you know, a pretty easy hit here. So, you know, since it's not really a big deal, he does take the blind shot. He does do a little bit of damage to us. Since we've got the torps off, we know we're going to get the kill on him, so I didn't mind firing my guns just for fun. And actually, I didn't realize this, but we end up giving him a Kraken, so it's kind of like, oh, that worked out. Gave him a Kraken, but we still win the game, right? So we'll watch these torpedoes take care of him. And like I said, like even if like he survived, right, like I still got 2 battleships and he would be plenty low on health. So we'll take a quick look at the leaderboard, and then I'll bring up game number 2. And then I'll go through the full build for the commander. I think this is a 100% free to play build, the way I've got this set out with using William Tennant. So, but that did put us at the top spot on the leaderboard with 2,500 XP. Walked away with about 200 grand in silver. And so we'll go into our next game here. And we spawn mid here, so we'll push up and go help support the B cap. We've got a destroyer on our, you know, that spawned mid with us as well, so hopefully he goes in and helps capture and spot for us. That's going to be the key with this ship, right? We need somebody to spot for us so that we can sit in our, you know, the safety of our smoke and just do damage. We can see an enemy smoke screen further out there. That's fine.
Much obliged.
Sometimes I don't quite get why people drop smoke so early, but you do you, I guess. Ismail, that battleship, we'll have to watch out for him. He could probably take us out in one salvo if we're not careful. See if we can could potentially get a little cheeky hit here. See if we get spotted. Yep, we do. Emerald should be able to do decent work on him if he stays spotted. He's going to drop in his smoke, though. So we'll duck behind this island for a little bit of cover. We'll see if we can't sneak into the B hole here. And hopefully our destroyer keeps some things spotted for us. We got 2 battleships out there. Hindsight probably should not have taken that shot because that got us spotted. Yeah, Tennessee looks like he's looking this way. So yeah, I'm going to have to drop the smoke early before we get into the zone to try and just go undetected here. And then we'll turn in to try and avoid some of those shells, and we do. Didn't quite get the smoke to get into the zone. So it is going to be contested though, right? Somebody's already in here. So I'm going to guess probably a destroyer here, probably just opposite us on the other side of B. But our destroyer comes back in. It's not a big deal. It's not, you don't like, you know, like we're not going to give up our ship, right? We'll play it safe here. Keep ourselves alive by staying in the smoke. And we'll go back, we'll push in when we can, right? Between these 2 battleships, they could end us pretty quickly, so we'll do the smart thing for once in my life and sit in our smoke here while these guys are spotted and just try and get, you know, whittle away at their health pool. Nice thing will be if we run out of smoke here, we might still be able to shoot these guys without being spotted. I'm just curious where this destroyer is. So that's why we had triggered the sonar. I know there's got to be a destroyer somewhere in B. Emerald, he would be nice to shoot at. If he gave up a little bit more angle, that would be even better. And Nerdberg out there as well, showing up. Okay. We've got a lot to deal with in the middle here, and then it looks like the enemy is going to be able to push through on the A flank side here now. We've got 1 battleship on our team over there that's still alive, so we'll have to just keep in mind we could potentially get ourselves caught in a crossfire here if they start pushing through A. Emerald's what's picking us up right now. That's fine. We'll just watch our angling. I think he's got AP shells only as well. That might be the tier 4 variant of this ship. I forget. It might be the same tech line. Trying to back up. It's just not going well. There we go. Yeah, angling's going to make the huge difference here with these AP shells that he's going to be shooting at us. He's kind of trying to do the same thing. Fair enough. I'll use a heal here since we do have 3 of them. Sometimes I'm kind of like, you know, people like to save those heals, like a lot of the British ships, right? The heals work really good. But you gotta also kind of watch the timer too, right? So if you've got 3 heals, you know, kind of use them as, you know, if you think about having 3 of them, 15-minute games, you could use 1 every 5 minutes or something, right? So like I want to make sure, try and get the most out of using fully packed, which is kind of my go-to for legendary, you know, the legendary commander perk. So I used 1 there, and it was definitely worth it because we took a lot of hits while we had it going as well. There's that destroyer, kind of where we suspected he would be. So staying back behind this little chunk of land here has been probably keeping us safe from torpedoes from him. Trying to see if we can finish off this Nuremberg. He's ducking and weaving and moving away, so we're not having the best of luck there. See if we can go after the Emerald again. We're taking more and more hits here, so we're going to have to be more and more conservative with the rest of our gameplay. So we'll back up out of view here and just try and be a little bit more patient. As suspected, we've got a New Mexico that pushed all the way through the A-cap, so we're going to have to manage him. We do have a healthy battleship on our team, though, so hopefully that works out for us. Able to get those shots off. I was kind of hoping we wouldn't get spotted, but we must have got picked up. Probably that destroyer was probably circling back around. So we'll drop the smoke. That way we're undetected. I'm going to use heal number 2 here. Yeah, somebody there are taking. Everybody still took shots at us. They're like, almost dead cruiser. Everybody shoot it, right? We'll continue to help with this New Mexico. I'm surprised this battleship on my team has as much health as he does still, sitting broadside to a New Mexico like that. We could potentially, if our allied battleship wasn't blocking the way, could potentially get some torpedoes off on this guy. But that does require a little bit of maneuvering, which may take us outside of our smoke. So it's a little bit risky here. And I'm going to hold off on firing our guns because these guys might spot us now that we're outside of the smoke. And we get picked up here by something anyway. That's what I was saying. That destroyer's got to be hovering either in our zone or just outside of it. So we'll try and back up into the smoke again before this New Mexico gets guns on us. And there we go. And we're going to get a torpedo hit. I think my smoke firing penalty is 6 kilometers, right? So we were okay taking that shot there, but now if we were to shoot again, we're going to get picked up. Oh no, it must be even less. Was it 5 point something? Anyway, we were able to finish him off with the torpedo and then one last salvo there. And Ismail across the map is getting low on health as well. You only need 1 health point. This is kind of why I'm always like, don't give up, right? If you take a bad hit throughout the game, right? Like, stay in it. Just, you know, adjust your play style for the circumstance, right? So we just have to play a little bit smarter, a little bit more sneaky. You can always, you know, at 1 health point ship, you can always go around and cap zones and spot other ships, right? So always keep that in mind. So we'll push through A, you're right, since we've got, you know, we're low on health, we can be valuable here and go cap a zone. I think, did this destroyer on our team, has he not been playing until just now? I think we lost the one that spawned our flank. Alright, either way, we'll go through A, see if anybody on the enemy team shows up over here. There was the one cruiser that was heading this direction last he was spotted. And with fully packed, while we're close to this guy, we're getting our smoke screen back a little bit quicker, so that'll work out for us. If we need our smoke, we should have it. Yeah, Leander, was that a Leander over there? He looked like he was getting low on health as well. So this zone, we'll get it capped pretty quick since there's 3 of us in it at the moment. And hopefully this destroyer spots some stuff for us and gives us the heads up on what's out here. And he does. Perfect. Oh yeah, Dupleix. I'm saying that right. That's probably one of the closer ones when it comes to my pronunciation skills, right? So I'll send the torps, but if he's going to give us this much angle, we should be able to do a pretty decent damage to him with the AP rounds, and we do. 3 Citadel hits there. And angling just enough to try and get the rear turret on target again as well. We know he's got torpedoes, so we dropped the sonar, and that ended him quite quickly there for kill number 3. And we've got, yeah, Leander, Tennessee, and Fubuki left here. So that Fubuki's the one that was giving us trouble in the B cap. And then once we got it capped, he decided to ditch it, I guess. I don't know why he wouldn't be capturing it now. We'll keep moving up, see if we can hunt him down. So we got Ismail pushing through the C cap zone. He was low on health too. Oh, here's the Leander. And we're getting spotted by him. Since he's low, we'll take these shots here, see if we can't finish that one. Would give us 4 kills, that would be nice. We'd be in Kraken realm. Oh, just not doing enough damage. Yep, our ally is going to finish him off much easier than we could. Battleship versus cruiser. And then now, if we do get spotted as we come around the corner here, we know it's the Fubuki then. My buddy's voice was way too loud while he was chatting with us, so I had to turn him down. Yep, so we get picked up, and we didn't have the it's the Tennessee that's there. And the Tennessee wasn't spotted, right? So we know that Fubuki's got line of sight on us. So I'm going to guess that either between our battleship and cruiser that are still out there, they've got this Tennessee spotted for us. So we'll drop our smoke and just try and take advantage of these last couple moments in the game here where this Tennessee will be spotted and we'll be able to shoot him with, with no risk. And there's the Fubuki. So, yeah, he must have just passed through that, crevice in here, right? This little alleyway. So we'll keep picking on this Tennessee, see if we can nab the kill here. We're only doing so much damage with these shells, right, at range against the battleship. We do manage to get the last 44 damage that last shot did for the kill. We'll push up into the zone. I'm gonna guess that that Fubuki's probably hunting my division mate that's in the battleship, right? You're sort of a good concealment, heavy on the torpedoes that Fubuki is. So we'll cap the zone and then we'll push through and see if we can find him if the game isn't over by then. Got our own destroyer here out in front, so hopefully he can do some spotting for us. Yeah, he must have, Fubuki must have opened up the guns and fired, and yeah, New Mexico takes him out in one foul swoop, right? So we'll take a peek at the leaderboard, and then I will go through the commander build. As you can see, we're using William Tennant here. So that does put us on top for that game at 2700 XP. See what kind of credit earnings we got out of that. Pretty decent. And yeah, I think I was filtering by wind roses or something, so I'll have to go back into the... We'll have to find the ship from the country tab here. But yeah, using William Tennant, and then even the inspirations are free to play, guys, as well. So yeah, Norman Scott for the shell grouping, right? Better accuracy. And then I was using cruiser detectability there. I don't know if I like that for the second spot, so I might change that up at some point. We'll have to see. I'd probably either go like reload or like shell dispersion or, you know, something, but yeah. And then yeah, if using fully packed on these British ships, I really enjoy that just because you get, you know, you have so many consumables to start with. So extra smoke, extra sonar, extra heal, it works out quite well. But yeah, thanks for watching my video all the way through, guys. Yeah, we do Legends videos pretty much every day, so if you're following the channel, we'll see you guys tomorrow.